Hello and welcome. You're tuned into Market Fatafat with me, Ankita Saxena, and with me is Vinny Motiwala. This is the show where we take you through all the stocks that are buzzing away in trade, either on the back of technicals or on the back of research. But let's look at the markets first. Vinny, we started off, Nifty started off on that high note, that record level, but then cooled off and is now trading sideways. In fact, the entire market is trading sideways right now. But broader markets still continues to perform the benchmark indices.
Absolutely, that's clearly the trend, right? Broader markets continuing to outperform the benchmark indices in the last couple of trading sessions. That is what we have seen coming in for the markets. Look at the mid and small cap. They didn't see that much of a fall or that subduedness. They managed to hold on, fell, and then they recovered back to the levels that they opened up in the morning. Not the highest point, but nonetheless a recovery that came in there for the benchmark, broader markets, I beg your pardon, not the benchmark indices as much. But yes, Nifty again is back above the 22,400 mark as of now, trading at 23,410 levels. A lot of stocks that have been buzzing in trade, especially the realty pack, that's among the top sectoral gainer today. Nifty IT too holding on to good gains, while FMCG pack continues to see a bit of a subduedness. So that is what we're watching out for. But as of now, the flashes at the bottom of your screen, what is suggesting that preparations for the regular union budget 2024-2025 has commenced and quarantine period comes into effect now. So yes, keeping an eye out on that. The final union budget, which is what we are watching out for, the interim one surely, we saw was not much of an event, but this one surely is the key to watch out for, given that, how are they going to be focusing on?
Absolutely.
What is the focus area going to be? That's key to watch out for, especially from the market point of view. But as of now, markets managing to hold on to that sideways move that we've seen. 23,400 level is where we are standing at.
Absolutely, Vinny. So let's, without further ado, let's get started with all the stocks that are buzzing away in today's trading session. And for that, we are joined by Ashish Kyal, who's the founder and CEO of Wave Strategy Advisors on the technical side. And from our research team, we are joined by Jinay and Gaurav. Hi, gentlemen. Welcome to Market Fatafat. And with that, let's get started with the countdown of the stocks that are buzzing in trade. Well, the first counter that is in focus today is Dr. Reddy's Lab. Now, this company has signed a licensing agreement with a US-based Indigenous Pharmaceuticals to commercialize the cyclophosphamide injection, which is a cancer treatment drug. Under this agreement, Dr. Reddy's will commercialize the injection in the US market and pay Indigenous a 50% of the calculated profit share. On the back of this, Dr. Reddy's is in focus today. In fact, right now it is trading pretty flat. We did see a decline coming in the morning, but those dips have been bought into. Currently trading flat with gains of minor 0.1%.
Let's move on to the next stock that we're going to talk about, and this one is on the technicals. Ashish, good afternoon. And the first stock you picked out for us is MCX. It's making the list of a lot of people now. We've already seen that run up, right? In the last 1 year, when you look at it 3 times in terms of almost 3 times, 3x the move that we've seen in terms of a return. What's the view now on MCX?
Hi, afternoon, and the viewers. Look at MCX, overall trend still positive. I think the stock is giving a good breakout, a series of green candles that we can see, and the momentum is not losing as of now. So the trend is positive. We can expect a target of 450 on the upside. The support for the stock on the downside is around 3,700 levels.
Okay, keeping an eye out on MCX. Let's move on, talk about Nestle, because that was one of the bright spots today in the FMCG pack, where Nestle managed to hold on to some bit of a gain today. What happened was, last evening what came in, that Nestle India has approved the continuation of the payment of general license fee. That's the royalty that it pays to the Nestle parent company at 4.5%. Or somewhere around in April, we had heard that, maybe they will, the foreign company, the parent company would actually look to increase this rate. And that time we had seen Nestle see a fall coming in. But right now, Nestle, look at it, managing to hold on to gains. At one point of time, it was up more than 1.5 to 2% in trade. Right now, also managing to hold on to gains of 1%. So surely a positive move for Nestle India, because that overhang of any new proposal or increase in rate or a fresh proposal for royalty, now that goes away, because this is for a period of 5 years. So seems like for 5 years this is going to be the rate, so not much of a up move that we could see in royalty fees, at least for 5 years. And that stability comes in. I think stability is the word right now that is trending, right?
Absolutely.
Whether it's the government or consistency, stability, when you have that, mandate is to hold on to gains, and that's what is for Nestle as well.
All right, coming to you, Gaurav, locked in upper circuit is Gensol Engineering. Tell us what is powering this stock.
Well, yes, Gensol Engineering is in focus because the company has emerged as a successful bidder from Gujarat Urja Vikas Nigam Limited's energy storage project, and the value is going to be worth 1340 crore rupees. Now, this 250 megawatt battery energy project is going to be in the back of this project, the company will supply electricity on demand for Gujarat State's Discom during peak and off-peak hours. This will actually make sure that we get extended renewable energy availability beyond solar hours. Apart from that, there is also green shoe option available, according to which the second tranche of the same project, which could be around 250 megawatt, could be offered to the company at discretion of Gujarat Urja Vikas, which can actually result in a revenue potential of 2,680 crore rupees, which is again going to be positive for the company for the next 12 years. If we talk about the company actually highlighted that this actually shows the Gensol's expertise and reliability in the renewable energy sector. And lastly, company also said that the energy storage market is going to increase. And on back of this news, if you look at the stock performance also, it has gone up almost by 5%. So definitely watch out on Gensol Engineering and see how it performs in coming days.
Okay, surely we'll keep an eye out on that. But let's move on, talk about Voltas, because that one has also seen a bit of an up move in the last 6 months. Decent up move of 74-75%. Ashish, now what's the view on Voltas? You know, given that summers are over, should one actually book their profits or continue to hold this?
At the charts, I think it's fantastic. The stock has, after a brief consolidation of 4-5 days, it's again giving a breakout on the upside, and the volumes are picking up pretty well. So the overall trend for Voltas remains positive. Even if the summer is behind us, I think the markets are reacting positively, and we can expect Voltas to reach towards the level on the upside at around 1580 levels, and on the downside, one can maintain a stop loss of around 1420.
All right, Janay, coming to you then. MTAR Technologies is what you picked out for us. I believe a brokerage has initiated coverage for this stock. Tell us, what is the brokerage saying?
Well, yes, InCred have initiated ad rating on MTAR Tech with a target price of about 2,644 rupees, which is an upside of 48%. They see that the dawn of this is the dawn of fuel cell revolution, and for that they have estimated a net profit growth of CAGR of about 18% from FY 2024 to FY 2026. If we talk about top line growth, they are expecting a 41% CAGR over next couple of financial years, and they're also expecting a 500 bips expansion on margin front. So a lot of uptick coming in from expectations from InCred to MTAR Tech, and the stock is about trading up with an uptick of about 0.5%.
All right, that's MTAR Tech. But moving on to the other buzzer in trade, Brigade Enterprises. In fact, Nifty Realty is the biggest top gainer on from all the sectoral indices. It is a top gainer, and Brigade is right now trading with gains of over 1.5%. Now, it is on the back of the fact that the company plans to invest 8,000 crore rupees in Chennai by 2030 to expand its business and establish the city as the second largest market. In fact, the company has also announced the launch of Brigade Icon Residences as a part of its high-end mixed-use development projects in Chennai, and on the back of this, Brigade is buzzing away with gains of more than 1.5%.
Okay, let's move on to the next stock, and coming in from on a jewelry retailer, and that is Ashish, who picked out Titan for us. What's the view on Titan? Because seems like, you know, when you look at it in the last 6 months, YTD performance kind of a move, a bit of a consolidation, right? We are seeing there. Should we expect it to shine going forward?
Yes, because Titan formed a double bottom pattern formation and is now giving a breakout of the neckline. So the overall trend looks to be reversing back on the upside. It was consolidating for past few months, and now there is a breakout possibility. So we have a very appealing risk reward over here. We can expect the stock to move towards the level of 3650 on the upside positionally, and on the downside, the support for the stock is at 3360 levels.
Out on those levels over there. 3360 is the support level that one could watch out for from Titan. Moving on to the next one, we have Mankind Pharma. This is in focus on the back of a brokerage note from Motilal Oswal, and when you're looking at it, what they've done, initiate coverage on Mankind Pharma. They are buy rating is what they've given, target price of 2,650 rupees per share. They said the company is working on multiple levers to boost the growth over the next 3 to 5 years. The company is increasing the scope of business in chronic therapies, and they are focusing and enhancing their presence, whether you look at it in metro, tier 1 cities, and expecting a 16% earning CAGR growth for Mankind over the next 3 years. While in terms of when you look at it, the P at which is trading at, also multiples that is trading at, is at 40 times 12-month forward earnings, and that is why a target price of 2,650. Keep an eye out on that. Stock managing to hold on to gains of almost 1% as of now.
Coming to you, Gaurav, Paytm is what you have picked up. This one was trading with gains of 9% in the morning, has given up those gains. But you know, even in the past 1 week, if you look at it today, it has jumped some 30 odd percent. You know, so tell us what is the news that is powering this stock.
Well, yes, Paytm is definitely going to be in focus because if you look at the stock is up almost by 6.5% in a day today. And the reason being that there are actually two reasons. First is that the company has partnered with Samsung to bring travel and entertainment services with Samsung Wallet in India. So under this agreement, what will happen is that if you have a Samsung phone and if you are using Samsung Wallet, you can actually have seamless access to Paytm's flight, bus, movies and event booking services. Apart from that, let's say if you have Galaxy smartphone, you can actually use Paytm app, and whatever you have purchased from that app, you can directly add it to the Samsung Wallet. So that is going to add another user base for the company. And apart from that, there is another news that IRDAI has actually now accepted the withdrawal application from the company, which was going to be registering as general insurance company. Now what will happen is that this will actually align the focus of the company to doubling down the insurance distribution network. They will now distribute insurance across health, life, motor, shop and gadgets segments. And apart from that, this will actually also help the company to innovate on small ticket insurance products for consumers and merchants. And on back of this, if you look at the stock performance also, it is gaining in trade. So definitely watching out on Paytm for the next coming days.
Okay, let's move on and talk about Siemens then. And Ashish, Siemens on the charts and technicals, what is the word coming in for this one? Where do we see it headed? 6 months, what a move, right? Especially from March, that up move has come and 90% return almost that we're seeing. Should we book profits? Should one book profits? Or, you know, you're still expecting a further upside? And if yes, what's the target?
If you look at Siemens, I think the stock is touching that 52-week high even now, and we can clearly see it has retraced back of all of its fall that we saw on 4th of June, and the overall trend is positive, and the momentum is not slowing down here. So I would recommend to continue to hold on to the stock here, and we can expect a target on the upside at around 7,800 levels, and on the downside the support for the stock is around 7,100.
All right, Jinay, coming to you. Archin Chemicals is what you've picked out. Well, this name is also buzzing away in trade, trading with gains of over 7%. Tell us, what's the news here?
Well, as BNK have come up with a report and they've initiated a buying rating with a target price of rupees 864, which is a very high upside, which is a target which will be hitting an all-time high if the stock goes up there. Now they are telling that the existing return ratios of the company are higher than any other commodity chemical manufacturer, and these are also expected to improve further going on. Also, they are telling that emergence of any new kind of supplier is something a daunting task, so they don't see any new supplier coming up in coming years. And also on front of valuations, now the stock is trading at a discount. They are telling the stock is trading at 13 times FY 2026 estimated EPS versus an average P of 17.3 times of FY 2026 estimated EPS. So it is trading at a discount, and that is why they are very bullish on this company. If you look at the stock is trading at the gains of about 7%. So definitely a stock to watch out for.
Definitely a stock to watch out for, trading at a discount. Archin Capital, that's the note from BNK. But on that note, we are going to slip into a very short break. Don't go anywhere, because after the break we'll be back and we'll be taking more of the stocks that are buzzing in trade.
Welcome back. You're tuned into Market Fatafat with me, Ankita Saxena, and with me is Vinny Motiwala, and we are telling you all the stocks that are buzzing in trade. So let's get started with all those stocks. Tata Power is a stock that is in focus today. In fact, it gained 1.5% in today's trading session, and it is near its 52-week high after its subsidiary, Tata Power Renewable Energy, deployed over 850 charging points in key metropolitan areas. Now, Tata Power Renewables charging infrastructure features charges ranging from 180 to 240 kW with an average charging time of 1 to 1.5 hours, and it has set up a charging point at over 30 bus depots in the city, including Delhi, Mumbai, Ahmedabad, Bengaluru, Jammu, Srinagar, Lucknow and Goa. And on the back of this, we see Tata Powers right now it's cool of those gains. It's trading with gains of 0.2%.
Surely keeping an eye out on that one. Let's move on, talk about KNR Constructions then, and plus 6 months, 38% return is what we're seeing currently at 383. What's the view on this one, Ashish?
KNR Construction is showing some consolidation over past 3-4 days, and after a good run up, if we see this kind of consolidation with volumes, that's a very decent sign. It suggests that there is a reaccumulation at these levels, and we can now expect it to further go up. From here on, so the overall tone for KNR Construction is positive, and we can see the entire space is also buzzing. So long positions can be created here. We can expect a target of 420 on the upside, and on the downside, the support for the stock is around 370.
Okay, keep an eye out on KNR Construction, support coming in at 370 levels. Let's move on to the next one, and coming in from the real estate pack, we have Soba that is in focus. Why? Overall, Nifty Realty today is buzzing away in trade, and so obviously is Soba also is managing to hold on to very strong gains there. But what we're talking about is Soba today in focus on the back of a news flow that the board has approved a right issue. They will be raising an amount overall of around 2,000 crores, up to 2,000 crores. Issue price is going to be 1,651 rupees per share. Soba today is trading at a 52-week high. Do not forget that. The proposed equity issuance is going to be 12.1 million equity shares, and this is out of this is what we're keeping an eye out on. The record date is going to be 19th of June 2024, and overall the right issue opens on 28th of June and will close on 4th of July. So on the back of this, we're keeping Soba developers trading at a 52-week high today, and overall the real estate pack is passing a trade.
All right, Gaurav, coming to you. L&T Finance is what you picked out for us. So we can see it's trading with gains of over 3%. Tell us what is the news behind the stock?
Well, yes, L&T Finance, there is a new news of block deal. What has happened is that pre-open market block deal has happened worth 1,504 crore rupees. 8.8 crore shares were traded, and this was traded at the price of 170.6 share, which actually leaves a discount of only 1% of yesterday's closing price. The report says that, the sources says that the sellers are likely to be Bain Capital, and at the same time we may also see BNP Paribas as one of the sellers for the company. Now, because the deal was done with less than 1% discount, it seems that the market took this position in a positive way, and on back of this news, if you look at the stock, that has gone up almost by 3%. Let's not also forget that Antique had also come up with the note on L&T Finance a few days ago, where they initiated with buy rating and a target price of 220 rupees because they expected CAGR growth to remain at around 25%, and they also expected ROE to expand almost by 400 basis points. So definitely watching out on L&T because we may see some further upsides coming up in this stock.
Watching out for some upside, positive brokerage notes coming in, as well as a block deal that has taken place. But let's move on, talk about Sterlite Tech then. And Ashish, Sterlite Tech, what's the view on the technicals?
Sterlite Tech has been moving in a range over past many months. But the overall, I think the overall sector is from the mid-cap space is buzzing around, and we can expect a positive breakout in the stock also. Volumes are picking up decently well over here, and we can expect Sterlite Tech to move towards the level of 145, which is the previous peak. So 145 is the target for the stock. Then on the downside, one can maintain a stop loss of 129 levels.
All right, moving on, coming to you, Jinay. AGS Transact is what you've picked out for us. Tell us what's the news.
Well, so there are two news. First is that the board will be meeting on 17th of June to consider fundraising plans. The board is looking to raise about 200 crores, and this will be done via the way of rights issue, could be preferential allotment or QIP. Also, there's a second news that Secure Value India, which is an wholly owned subsidiary of the company, has set up a new cash vault facility in Bengaluru. Now, this facility will be offering a cash processing and vault services. Now, the Secure Values management has given some comments on this thing, and they have said that the focus will be in optimizing root operations and other processes in order to maximize revenue growth and profit margins. Also, the company have said that this strategic location of this company will aid to their competitive advantage, keeping it a positive. So the stock is trading about with the gains of 1.3% in today's trading session.
Okay, surely keeping an eye out on the stock today. Let's move on and talk about the next stock, that is Saxoft. Why is that in focus? What we have is now the IT service management company has share rallied as much as 15% at one point of time, more than 15%. Right now, also managing to hold on to gains of 13-14%. And obviously, what was the reason behind this? That the company announced that it has executed a share purchase agreement to acquire 100% equity interest in Augmento Labs Private Limited, which is a digital engineering company. So this will support overall, the growth of the company. They will focus more in terms of the digital engineering, which will support Saxoft's growth going forward. And this is in line with what they had aligned themselves to do. That is why managing to hold on to gains of 13-14% even as of now.
Well, absolutely. But moving on to the other counter that is in focus today, Torrent Pharma is in focus today. In fact, it was trading with cuts of over 1% in the morning, has managed to, pick up from there. In fact, those gaps have been filled, and it's right now trading with cuts of 0.8%. It is on the back of the fact that, this company has completed. It announced that the company has announced that it has received a Form 483 with 5 observations from the US FDA following an inspection that took place in its manufacturing plant in Indrad in Gujarat. And on the back of this inspection and observation, the stock is in focus today, in fact trading with cuts of 0.8%.
Okay, keeping an eye out on that, but we are going to slip into a very short break, and here's a programming note for y'all, our viewers. ET Now will be celebrating its 15th anniversary with a landmark event, the ET Now Leadership Dialogue. From a keynote address by the RBI Governor Shaktikant Das to the fireside chat with Keki Mistry, Dinesh Kumar Khara, Ashish Kumar Chauhan, Utpal Sheth, Manish Chokhani. It will be an event you cannot miss. Indian Hotels Puneet Chatwal, Tata Consumer Sunil D'Souza will also join us to discuss the future of hospitality and consumption, followed by an inspirational talk by Gaurang Das that will provide invaluable life lessons. So stay tuned in on ET Now on 18th of June. That's the Tuesday next week, and join us in our celebration.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.